on, everybody? Been pretty busy this past week. Did quite a few things to the truck. Apparently my GoPros have a lot in common with politicians, because my card got my SD card got corrupt, and all the filming and all that crap that I did this week was pretty much gone, which kind of sucks, because I had, I think, a lot of stuff. But I'll go through and I'll let you all know what was done and how it was done, and maybe somebody wants to do the same thing to their own trucks. As you know, and I've mentioned before, I was trying to do an air ride kit on my Classic. Couldn't really find anybody close by here. There's some companies that were just booked way too in advance. There's some companies that were just astronomical pricing. There was some places where I didn't even get a call back to see if they actually, you know, would be interested in doing something like that or not. Which, it's kind of shitty business, but it is what it is. I'm not going to mention anybody by name, but there was a lot of people, even on YouTube, that I try to reach out to and ask. You know, no answers even from that, and I have been for quite a while, and I've searched, you know, for a better part of 6 months now to try to do it. So I finally gave in, gave 12 Gauge Customs a call out in I think they're close to Toronto, Ontario somewhere. Hamilton, maybe. But anyway, I called them up to see if one of their Peterbilt or Kenworth kits would fit. Talked to those guys a little bit, and it sounds like, you know, what they were having as far as the dimensions were kind of right for the Classic as well. So ended up purchasing one of those kits from 4 State Trucks out in Joplin, Missouri, and did it. It was a pain in the ass, but that's what the truck looks like now. Parking lot over here, it's a little bit of an angle, so it looks a little, you know, funky, but that is aired out completely. It doesn't go quite all the way down with the kit that this thing has, and the bumper that I have on there, which is a 20-inch bumper. But my main goal is to, you know, obviously have it adjustable, and also tighten up that gap there. And that the rear is also aired out. But I'll pop the hood and I'll let you know how I did it. So as far as how everything is done, so there's the air valve solenoid. That's what actually controls the pressure, which also controls the ride height. I do have a gauge on the inside, and I'll show you all on the inside too, but it is a 2-shock setup in the front. And then as far as the kit's pretty well made. I did have to remove one of the lift springs and then put those airbags. Those airbags, I forget the part number, but it's a airbag from the low leaf air suspension on the Pete and Kenworths for the rear. But it's a low profile enough to where it actually works in the front. And it's a little bit of a tight space over here, especially with that fuel filter right there, but it's got plenty of clearance, which I was lucky. Otherwise I was going to have to relocate it. Maybe put like you know, put it out here somewhere, but I didn't have to, thank God. I did have to relocate my ABS valve. It was drilled directly to the frame, but because of where that airbag is mounting, we just built a bracket, just an L bracket, and then mounted it to that. It clears even when the wheels are turned and everything else, and it actually turned out pretty good. This side was kind of a more of a pain in the butt because of that filter. And then this is how I have everything ran from the inside, just kind of, you know, zip tied. I did put just a little bit of a, this is just you know, antifreeze hose over the plastic, just in case it rubs somewhere and it doesn't chafe the actual airline itself. The other side, which was problematic because of the low radiator hose and the way that is. So what we ended up doing is, this is just a pre-molded 90 degree. We cut it pretty close to where we could achieve the angle that we wanted and also the length of what we wanted. We ended up using the reducer off of the factory pipe. We just ended up cutting it. I just with a grinding wheel made some grooves on there so the pipe doesn't come out. And then this is another 90-degree bend. I did end up putting I cut a piece of rubber and put over it and zip tied it just in case, you know, if it rubs through the frame there, it doesn't rub through the actual pipe. And on the other side, I don't know how well you can see it, but it's the same thing, the same kind of concept. And then up here with a 45-degree angle, it comes pretty close to that airbag there, but it doesn't touch, thankfully. And then as far as the bracket, it's kind of the same way. Shocks are the same. But like I said, it was kind of a pain in the ass project. It could be done. It could be made to work on the Freightliner, this kit. I don't think it's any different than all the other ones. And I really do love the look of this. You know, I'm kind of in love with the truck all over again. And then on the inside, so this kit from them also comes with what they call a overinflate kit for the rear. So what we did is, because this got 24.5 inch wheels, we did lower it an inch on the rear as well. Readjusted the pinion angles so we don't get any hop with that. And then it's got those valves right there is the overinflate. And what that does is it airs up the rear if you got to go over like a, you know, a big hump or anything like that momentarily, and then the air valve itself takes over and levels it back out. But now the rear is just aired out with a dump valve. On the inside, I ended up doing a little bit more work over the weekend as well. Got some pedal covers, ended up putting some more additional lighting. Put it one more light there, added another light under here and under the passenger footwell as well as added those to the top. What I also did was added a air gauge for the front suspension, so I know how much is aired out. And then those are the two switches. This is for the rear, that's for the front. And I put a master switch here, meaning if this is not on, these two switches won't work. There's no power to them. 30 psi when it's bobtail or empty is what I found. It's pretty suitable as far as the ride height, but also how the suspension is for that. And I'll give you another shot of it being aired up here. And that's the airbag aired. And then same thing back here. And that hole's still there. Anyway, that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm going to, it got dirty. Just take the truck back to my yard, hook it up with a trailer, and today's Sunday, get ready for Monday, and you know, go to work, find something, and head out.